Hi, I'm Aisha Adams, and welcome to the Asheville View. Today we have a Pride-filled show for you with special guest Tina from Blue Ridge Pride, and I'm here with my favorite people. Hi, friends.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I have a super interesting question for you today.
Mm-hmm.
So, I had never actually seen a nun up close when I moved here, and then I saw the nun on the bike here in Asheville.
Mm-hmm.
And
I love her.
Right? Because it's a symbol of pride, a symbol of who we are, like keeping it weird.
Mm-hmm.
And Asheville is a weird place. It's a weird, fun place to live. And so I want to talk about, none of us are from here. So what's the one thing that is super weird that people here in Asheville do that you hadn't seen anywhere else?
There are a lot. There are a lot of things which makes this place really special and unique, and that's why we chose it to live. The first one I'm thinking about is crystal healing. It's a thing. I have a lot of crystals in my house, mainly because I love the way they look and they're beautiful, and especially if they're facing the light, they shine a certain way. They just relax me when I look at them. But there are people, I worked with someone at my school not long ago who was an actual crystal healer. Like, she would come to your house and do the ceremony.
Align the chakras.
Yeah, that definitely. So she would put crystals on your body to align your chakras, and then put certain crystals around your house. And it's a big thing. The more people I got to know when I first moved here, the more that I realized that it's an actual thing, and it's a science behind it. And people actually go to your home and do that, like a whole ceremony and things like that. And I'm sitting here like, I just think they're pretty. Like, this is my main thing. My house looks really pretty with all these crystals and rocks and minerals around it. So that's and then there's another thing. I don't know what it's called. So maybe you guys can help me. So occasionally at the park, you see people do this like balancing on a rope, but it's really close to the ground. It just goes from one tree to another. What is that called?
Taut line.
There you go, taut line. I've never seen anything like that before, and people are really, really into it. I mean, every time I'm at the park, there's a little group that's doing that. Mm-hmm. And some of them are really, really good at it. And it's just like a big thing of practice. And I'm going, are they winning something after this? Like, is this a competition? But so I'm always, these are like the main thing. I mean, I can probably think about more, but these are the main things that popped up when you asked me that.
I would hate to see me on a tightrope.
I know,
I
right?
would totally
how would you, whoa.
Boom.
I mean,
I can already see it.
And they're pretty good. It's really impressive. Not for you though, Kirby.
One of the things that's unique to Asheville that they don't do everywhere else, and I'm not 100% sure if this is like 100% accurate, but I've heard this trend lately, and it's about only bathing on the new moon.
Because it's so hot, I need 2 baths a day right now. Like, no, not on a new moon, on every moon.
And apparently, it's trendy to on every moon.
Is this like an old thing that used to...
I don't know where it comes from. I just know they had the full moon gathering the other night, and I heard someone comment about yep, you only bathe on the new moon.
And so I want to tell you that one of the things, I'm going to add that to my weird list, was Rex, we're going to the full moon gathering. I'm like, why are we gathering for the moon when the moon's right here, babe? Why do we need to leave our house?
It's an event. It's a musical event.
I know.
Different
in
DJs
the woods, and they're in their DJ.
Yeah, I've been to those before. They're really
I call
fun.
them naked festivals, but okay.
Well, not everybody's naked, but
but there's always at least one person there that's naked.
Yes, some people are. Not completely, but just, festive.
Festive,
and very glittery. Yes. It's actually fun.
And sometimes they're naked and glittery with the fire thingamajig.
Yes.
And that's really cool. So the weirdest thing for me is I'm definitely Southern, but when I left Birmingham, I moved to DC. So coming from DC to here, Asheville is a hugging town. So I would be with my significant other and someone would be like, oh my gosh, and I'm just like, I don't know if you're trying to rob me or kill me or what is this? Because in DC, you don't exchange any type of body, anything, because everybody wants to be safe. And so there's not a lot of that. There's barely any like shaking of hands, let alone hugging. But people are like, come here, and you're just in their bosoms within like a second. And I would be like, why? Why is this happening to me? Like, why, honey? Why are they doing this? And he's like, they like you. They come in peace. And I'm like, I don't know if this is peaceful or not. What is this thing where they're like physically touching bodies? It's very like, I felt like an invasion of privacy.
Yeah.
But now I'm a hugger. I'm a weird Ashevillean. I'm a hugger. I'll hug now. I'm like, ah! But it really took some getting used to. He would get super frustrated. And I think some of his friends weren't sure if I was even nice because I'd be like,
yeah. I've always been, I mean, we kiss and we hug all the time in Morocco. So to me, it was an adjustment not to give people kisses on the cheeks and instead they hug you. And so I'm like, oh, okay. Like they do the weird thing and sometimes you end up kissing somebody on the mouth. So I was like, okay, I'm okay with the hugging is actually better because a lot can go wrong.
I do the half hug, half kiss. Like I don't actually kiss their cheek, but I do this thing.
The noise.
I make the noise, but like I do this thing where like I'm like, like I tap the back like that, and some people are like, "Did you just like tap me?" And I'm like, "No, that's just how like I give, public hugs." A lot of people here just don't always smell the best when I'm seeing them, and I just don't need
because you end up in like their, like it's not like a hug like, hey, it's more like a mama bear hug. It's an embrace. And it's very different. It's very different from anything I've experienced.
My students have to get used to the petting, like I'm always petting them, like especially their hair. They'll be working, and I always tell the new ones, I'll say, this is an adjustment, you'll get used to it eventually. But I'm very motherly with them, and every time they're working, like I don't know what it is. Again, maybe it's just from my culture, but I'm always touching their head, like touching their hair. And the new ones are like, did she just pet me? And then I'll hear little kids, like the other ones are like, yeah, she does that. Like, you'll get used to it. She's always doing this.
What's your quirk? So Asheville's weird. You're obviously here. You fit in. You're a petter, right? You pet humans. And so what's your quirk?
Oh goodness, what's my quirk? Which
Let me
one?
tell you what mine is. Okay. I will honey sugar baby doll you to death. I'm from Birmingham. I'm Southern. So I'm like, yeah, sugar, sure. Okay, honey, whatever. Yes, dear. And so one time I heard my boss say, oh, you say that to everybody. I'm like, of course, everybody's a baby. Everybody needs some sweet talk. Because I was a school teacher and I taught African-American kids of color who didn't always have people to address them in that way. And I found that it was, it was disarming. And so everybody's a sugar, everybody's a honey, everybody's a baby. Because everybody needs that kind of love. So that's my weird thing. I'm like, hey, babe, how are you?
I definitely do that too. I think patting is one of my weird quirks. Like just kind of like, hi. I think that's one of my weird quirks. But I call people booger for some reason. I'll be like, hey, booger. How you been, booger? Like, hey, booger.
But isn't bae like a bad word in a different language? Like, it means, does it mean?
No, there's one that means like poop or something in a different language.
Bae means bae? Poop, I think in like German or something.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But we call everybody bae in America, right? So it's like bae is like the person you want to be with, but I think it means
bae is an acronym. It means before anyone else.
Oh. Did y'all know that bae meant before? I thought it was short for baby.
Baby, that's what I thought.
No, it's.
Well, thank you, Kirby.
You're my before anyone else.
Now we're youthful and cool.
Oh,
that's why we have so many. That's why we had cool points to give to the mayor because Kirby keeps us cool. And then
that's true. That's very true. That's very true.
That's how we gave those cool points to the mayor. Yeah, definitely. Thanks for keeping us
up to date.
Anytime, boogers.
Like in French, they say like one of the endearing. They have a lot of words of endearment, and one of the term is ma biche, my little goat, ma biche. So you say ma biche for my little goat, and it's supposed to be really cute. And then I was telling a friend of mine, and I was talking to someone, a girlfriend of mine, and as I hung up the phone, I said, "Allez, ciao, ma biche." And she goes, "Did you just call your friend your bitch?" And I was like, "It's not itch, it's biche." And she goes, no, it doesn't matter. Nope, not saying that anymore. So yeah,
Maybe
my
maybe
booger.
you and I should collaborate and write a rap song.
I know. Between
My
biche,
booger,
my booger, yeah.
baby goat, poop goat, my booger, baby poop goat. I don't know. And we'll be right back with the Asheville View.
Oh my!
Would it be